Gisborne Intermediate students had a fun time learning about nature as part of Conservation Week workshops held at Waihirere Domain yesterday. Kaitiaki from environment group Mahaki Mahinga Kai taught students about the methods and importance of water monitoring, pest control, and identifying plants. The 18 children were divided into 3 groups, each taking turns to learn one aspect at a time. Project manager Tahi Hiroki said, exposing the children to such events was a way to show what the environment group was doing as part of its Jobs for Nature project.
Having the school here today has given them the opportunity to see what we do, given them opportunity to see if they're interested in this as a life goal, and again, they'll take this kōrero home.
In the water monitoring workshop, tamariki were taught how to use a clarity tube, a meter-long device which helps to visually assess water clarity, how clear it is, among other methods. Mr. Hiroki, who supervised the water monitoring group, said it was all about understanding the health of the awa, in this case, Waihirere stream. The group started its awa monitoring project in February and over time found that the Waihirere stream had good clarity and conductivity. Besides the presence of good invertebrates, the awa is also home to several tuna fish and crayfish, among other taonga species.
So what we're doing is teaching them about the difference of what we understand about the awa and what are we trying to find in the awa to make that awa more efficient, more sustainable.
Project coordinator Aubrey Ria, who was also involved with the pest control and monitoring workshop, said the students learned about different pests and traps, such as Dock 200, which are usually used to catch them.
It is to improve the biodiversity of the Waihirere Domain. There is potential because of the natural biodiversity of the trees and the plants. It can encourage a huge bird population, but because of the pests, we feel that that's why we're not getting such a huge bird population. It's because of the pests, because the pests will come and they will eat bird eggs, they will eat off the trees, the foliage, the seeds from all of the trees.
Tui and kereru are the most cited birds in the domain. Mrs. Rai said the workshops were also an opportunity for the Mahaki Mahinga Kai staff to share their skills with the children. The plant identification workshop was spearheaded by planting lead Mihikura Te Pairi.
We went through plant identification with our children, and we also, so when we come out here, we ask them to use their eyes and have a look around them and try and see where their tree that they chosen grows the best and why a pūrere wouldn't grow next to a awa, because it's a big canopy tree. It's probably going to do more damage than any good. So all of that stuff, it's, just making sure that we're placing our trees in the right environment, habitat, so they grow the best to their full potential.
Mrs. Pairi said in the last 4 months, the group had planted about 2,000 plants, riparian planting, along the awa. Species included koromiko, manuka, and makomako. Conservation Week was a really cool way for people to get back in touch with what was happening on the whenua.
We've had a lot of people who have taken time to sit and reflect, and places like the Waihirere Domain have become a real refuge in some really crazy times that we've been in the past few years. So I think Conservation Week is about really spreading some awareness, spreading some engagement and enjoyment around how beautiful our natural native areas are, how fortunate we are to have so many, but we also have to be a bit realistic about that they are in danger in some ways. So encouraging people to engage in Conservation Week helps them to be more mindful and helps us overall in terms of enhancing the biodiversity of not just Gisborne but of Aotearoa.